Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who is interested is welcome to join. We will start with our first participant, which is Felicia Chan from Malaysia. Felicia?
Good evening, Ajahn. My practice is good. I don't have question at the moment. Thank you, Ajahn.
Good to see you. Keep on practicing.
Yeah, noted.
Stay happy.
Happy.
With nothing to make you happy. You can be happy with nothing to make you happy.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best kind of happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness from nothing, with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you have something to make you happy, when that something disappears, then you will not be happy.
Yeah, noted.
So
This is the truth.
Try to find happiness with nothing, from nothing.
Yeah.
From emptiness.
Yeah, no fear.
Mm.
Everything just let them alone.
Yeah. They are not happiness, they are dukkha.
Yeah. Anatta.
Okay.
Thank you, Prajan.
You're welcome.
I'm very lucky to meet Prajan.
I'm lucky to meet you too.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Go to Titima from Bangkok.
Namaskar ค่ะ พระอาจารย์ I don't have any question today ค่ะ
Okay. Go to Gek Yen So from Penang. Where are you in Penang? Georgetown or somewhere else?
Hi, Kanajan. I'm in Bayang Lepas near airport, Kanajan.
Is that on the mainland or on the island?
Island, yeah.
On the island.
It's very near to airport, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, yeah.
I see. Good. So you're happy? You have no question?
No questions so far, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go to the next person.
Thank you, Kanajan. Yeah.
Lisaya from Thailand. Lisaya, you have anything to say?
Good evening, Thanatan. I have something to tell you about my practicing. Last week I found that I use Techo Kasinang. Imagine my body burn out, and at the time I realized that it's just that the body. It's just not the body. I just the one who observe. I just observe the body. I'm not the body. And I just realized at that time that I just observe. I'm not the body at all.
Yes, you have to maintain this perception all the time. Even right now, you should look at your body as not you. You're the observer. The body is just an object that you are observing, you're looking at. So you should not be worrying about the body. So this is the goal, to see it all the time. So whenever what happens to the body, you don't feel sad or disturbed by what happened to the body. That's the goal. Can you do that?
I think I can do it. Okay, I'll try.
You should try not to eat for one day. Don't let the body eat for one day and see how you feel.
I have tried, but can I drink some water?
Yes, you can drink water, but no food for one day. See how you will look at your body, whether it is still you or not.
pure water, or can they have some syrup or something?
Well, it's not your body, so why do you bother?
Okay, I'll
As
try.
long, just long you keep it alive. If it's thirsty, give it water. If it has no air you breathe, you have to breathe. You have to drink water, but you don't have to drink. You don't have to eat food every day. See if you can still look at the body as an object you are observing, not yourself.
Last week I tried to drink some water, but it's not pure water. I drink smoothie 2 days. And
Why it's not your body? So why do you want to give the thing that the body doesn't need? The body just needs the water. Doesn't need the taste of the water. You don't have to put any taste or flavor or color into the water. If you want to treat your body, it's not yourself. So why do you want to use to drink flavored water or colored water when the body doesn't really need it? The water just needs pure water. Okay, so you have to test your perception, whether what you perceive in your meditation and when you're not meditating are the same thing or not. The goal is to treat your body as someone else, not you. Your body is your servant. You are the master. You are the one who tells the body what to do. You are the one who feeds the body. So you can decide to feed whenever you want. Today you are lazy to feed the body, so don't feed it for one day. Let it starve for one day.
Okay.
You should not feel anything when the body is fasting.
I will try tomorrow, and I will tell you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Wish me luck,ท่านอาจารย์
Well, this is something you want to prove for yourself. Santitiko. If you can treat your body as not being you, you can see it burn. Now you can see it starving. See how you react. Okay.
ท่านอาจารย์ when I was in last 5 years I went to Putangko monastery, and ท่านอาจารย์ Wanshay don't let me drink don't let me eat anything, but I just drink water, but for 2 weeks, but I add some syrup in there, but I will try tomorrow, and I will tell you tomorrow what any progress. I will tell you tomorrow.
Well, you want to treat your body as not yourself, right? You are not the body. You're just the observer who observe the body. So whether the body drinks or not drink shouldn't really bother you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Next, Kokseng from Singapore.
Yeah. Good evening, Ajahn. I have some questions to ask regarding my practice. For samatha meditation, so when I find that my mind is wandering and I cannot focus, I would stand up and go into walking posture and do walking meditation. So as I'm reciting Bu and then Do, Bu, Do, left, right, I notice that my mind still wanders. Even though I'm reciting silently, Bu, Do. So my question is it normal for the mind to wander during walking meditation?
Well, it depends on how strong your mindfulness is. The stronger your mindfulness becomes, the less thinking you will have. So you don't get rid of your thinking right away when you first start using Bhutto. So you're competing with your thoughts by using Bhutto. But as your Bhutto becomes stronger and stronger, you are more concentrated, then your thought will become less and less.
I'm thinking, could it be because I walk very slowly and then I also recite very slowly Buddho?
Well, you can try faster and don't have to tie it to your walking. You just keep reciting Bhutto as you walk. Doesn't have to Bhutto left and right, just Bhutto.
So don't need to be in sync with the left leg and the right leg.
No need to, if you don't want to.
Okay, so I'll try it. Then another thing I noticed in my mind when during the walking meditation, there'll be a conversation like is enough, quickly go back to sitting. Then another side of the mind will be saying, walk for at least 15 minutes. So my question is, I have mentally tell myself, each time I walk, try to walk for 15 minutes. So my question is, do I need to stick to let's say a time frame of say walk for after sitting for 13 to 45 minutes, then when I mind scatter, I start to walk. So I have to walk for at least 15 minutes. Do I stick to this kind of time frame?
It's up to you, whatever the effect you get from it. If it's good, you can calm your mind and stick with it.
Okay.
Look at the result from your practice, whether you're achieving any calm or not. If not, you might have to extend your walking to 20 minutes, your sitting to 20 minutes, extend it longer. The more you practice, whether walking or sitting, your mind should be getting calmer. It depends on your mindfulness, though, not the minute, not the time, but how much mindfulness you are able to develop or maintain.
Okay. So in other words, as long as so how do I, so this inner conversation, there's telling the mind, enough already.
It means you're not having mindfulness. You're not having mindfulness. You're letting your thought take over your mind. You're not sticking to Bhutto. Don't talk to yourself. Talk to Bhutto. Talk to the Buddha. Bhutto.
Okay, I'll try out. Yeah, more.
Okay.
Thank
See
you,
how it
Prajna.
works for you. Next, Anura and Ramya from New Zealand.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Good
Thank
evening to
you for your teaching. So I don't have any questions.
I'm also happy to listen, Ajahn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe later on.
Maybe,
Yes.
yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Go to Kwan Liman from Malaysia.
Ajahn, when my friends saw me, they asked if I'm working, so I say no. Then they get very concerned if I can manage old age if I don't save more money now. So I asked them, what if I die before old age, maybe tomorrow, and I can't use the extra money. So I also told them that for many years I worked for bosses and I have given them enough of time. Now that I need time for myself to work on the spiritual path, and I feel peace, contentment, and happiness, which cannot be paid with money. So is that what is meant by samadhi?
Samadhi. Well, you have to find out for yourself. I cannot always give you all the answers.
Yes. Yeah. So, I don't have any question. Just that I feel that I don't have to spend my time earning money for old age. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to know this thing, practice. You cannot expect to have a teacher to tell you all the time what you want to be able to decide for yourself what is right or what is wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean the Buddha meant samadhi is the right view on the spiritual path to enlightenment. That is the view that is taught by the Buddha.
So what do you want to ask me then?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Raja.
All right. This is wisdom. Be able to decide for yourself what is right and what is wrong, what is right view and what's wrong view. If you cannot decide for yourself, how can you become enlightened?
No, this is not a decision. I'm just saying what my friend told me and what I choose to do.
So, what do you want to ask me then?
Nothing, Raja.
Okay, fine. We'll go to Claudia from Germany.
Good afternoon from Germany, Tanachan. No questions today.
Okay. You're not doing any teaching now, right?
I don't teach. No. I have vacation for this week because tomorrow we will go to Switzerland and get our new home.
I see.
And yeah, and I will continue working between September 4th and about October 16, and then I will stop because then we will go permanently to Switzerland.
Okay, I hope you enjoy your new home, new life.
Thank you so much.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Good.
So I will, of course, as often as I can, I want to be here at the Zoom Dhamma talk, so I don't want to give it up.
Okay, you are always welcome whenever you can come in. Everybody,
Thank you.
actually. This is a free room. No coercion. Whether to come in or not to come in is your own decision to make.
Currently,
Okay.
the Dhamma talk is like a very good, I would say, pillar or
Anchor,
soil or something.
Something to hold your mind to.
Yes, it's very good for me at the moment because everything is changing and the Dhamma talk always reminds me what's really important. So I'm very grateful that I can be here.
Okay, good. Happy to be here to be of service to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Trevor from Canada. Trevor, you're still in Nova Scotia.
Yes, good morning, Ajahn. Yes, still in Nova Scotia and busy. The boat is still not floating, but getting close. And I know summer is almost over here, so it seems strange, but I'm going to try and put the boat in the water still next week and see if it floats and put the sails up and at least a few times before it has to be pulled out for the winter.
Yeah, the storm may be coming also, right?
Storms. We have to have the boats out by the by say mid-October. So I will only have a few weeks in the water, but better, something than nothing, I guess. But my practice is nothing to be boast about. I must say I haven't been practicing as much as I would like, and but these talks just remind me the importance of it, and give me ideas like the walking and the Buddho, repeating the Buddho. My problem is just getting, sitting down. I've got to. I just have to remind myself, and I keep saying I'm going to put it in my phone, and I'm going to do that after this meeting. I'm going to have a beeper on the phone that tells me when to sit down, and because the days are so busy here, and there's so much activity and distractions, and it's hard to find just slip away and be quiet without interruptions. So, but I'm going to keep trying, and
Yes.
every time I do sit down and meditate, it is the best thing, of the day, the best part of the day. So,
Yes, you have to keep up your intention and your effort, to be able to do this thing, because it's not something you can do it lightly. It takes a lot of effort and intention.
Yes,
So
and
so you have to set up a certain way of forcing you to do it, like a schedule maybe. And, you have to set up a time and say, this is the time I want to do some meditation. If you don't set up your schedule, then you keep forgetting and not being able to do it.
how much time do you suggest for someone like me?
Well, you can start at 30 minutes maybe at first.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Walking or sitting, or both alternatively. Just have some time to do mindfulness practice. Now you put time for your other work. You have time for your sailboat. You have time for other things. So why can't you have time for mindfulness meditation?
Yes, and how many times? Like, how many times a day? You say 30 minutes is just start.
As many times as possible, but it depends on how much strength you have, how much effort you can put in. The more you can do it, the better. But if you try to do something more than you can become frustrated also. So you have to strike a right balance between not doing and overdoing.
Right. Okay, and then slowly it will draw me to do more and
That's
more.
right. If you see the result, you will be more encouraged to do more. Okay. I haven't seen your son. Is he still around?
I think he's in up north in the forest.
In the forest now. Good.
Yeah, in northern Ontario. I haven't heard from him either. I don't think he has cell coverage there. So I'm looking forward to. I was hoping he would be here today. He's not in the group? You can't see him?
I don't see him yet.
Okay. No, I missed him too.
Okay, just wondering. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any bad news. So they say no news is good news.
That's right. Good. Okay. Anything else? Okay.
No, thank you. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay, you're welcome. I'll go to Singapore with Gary. Hi, Gary.
Good evening, Ajahn. No questions for me today. I'm just happy to be listening in. Thank you.
Go to Indonesia with Piralia.
Good evening, Ajahn. Today I have no question. I'm happy listening. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Bangsaray. Thailand with Scott. Hi, Scott.
Good evening, Ajahn. I came along on Saturday, but I didn't know exactly where you was. And by the time I located you, it was very, very busy, nowhere to park, but I heard you from a distance. So this week I'll prepare myself better to be there earlier on Saturday.
Okay.
I was at the temple, but as I said, I wasn't prepared for how many other people were going to be there. The only, I suppose the question I'm going to ask is, I spoke last week about sometimes I can be quick to anger and basically, and you were sort of saying more about dropping all expectations, seeing things as they are. I've spoken to a few other people and they seem to be amongst many saying, I've come from 55 years of living in a Western country, living in London, a million miles an hour, everything is like that. And it might just be I'm in a state of flux where I'm literally changing from working all my life to retired, changing from that sort of like million miles an hour to a very, very calm, quiet life here in Thailand. And I might literally just be in a place where I'm pulling away from there and I'm pulling towards here and I'm just in a state of flux. What's your thoughts on that?
You mean your present status, where you are now?
Yeah, it's almost like when you go on holiday and if I go away for 2 weeks, the middle week I enjoy. The first 3 days I'm still winding down from where I've come from. And the last 3 days I'm winding up to go back. And the week in between I actually enjoy it. Now I live here now, so I haven't got to go back. But the thing is, it's like my mechanism is automatic. Right, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Tick box, tick box. Right, 4 miles on a row machine. Okay, meditate. Okay, now I've got to go out. And that's going to take a while to get out of that calendar diary tick, because I haven't got anything to do really, but I make things to do, if you know what I mean. And that's just because it's not my business, but it's my busyness. And that's what I'm endeavoring to slow down.
Well, you might try to reduce down your activity and say, stay more at home, do more meditation if you can.
We've adopted 3 kittens. So I'm going to be at home a lot more, and cats sleep a lot. So I don't have a choice. If I've got 3 sleepy cats, I'm going to sleep with them.
Yeah.
And even I've got a Spotify playlist of some sort of like mellow sounds in the background, and basically, and the 4 of us just doze. So I think what it is, as I said, as other people have sort of concurred, I'm in a state of flux. I'm not here yet because I'm not left there yet. In the literal sense, if you know what I mean. It's going to take a while to turn it down.
Yes, you have to switch your activity from worldly activity to be more spiritual activity, like studying or listening to Dhamma talk, reading Dhamma books, and then you might also do some practice, do some mindfulness, sitting, walking, meditation.
Our mutual friend who does yoga with my wife, her friend says that I'm not a human being, I'm a human doing, and I need to be more a human being.
Yeah.
I subscribe.
Yes, you have to make the effort and you have to set up a goal.
But this weekend, I will make the effort to come along a little bit earlier, make myself available, so I will be there with plenty of time to. You'll be in my diary this Saturday.
Okay, good. See you then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go to Malaysia, Alvin from Kuala Lumpur.
Ajahn, I don't have any question. I'm just listening in. Thank you.
Okay. Go to Intan from Indonesia also. Where are you from? Jakarta, Medan, or Surabaya?
Jakarta, Lompong.
Jakarta. Okay.
I have no question, Lompong.
Okay. Go to California. Southern California. Stalin.
Ajahn.
Greetings to you.
You survived the floods.
Can you speak louder or closer? I didn't quite get what you said.
You survived the California floods, hurricane.
Something California.
Are you aware that we had a hurricane?
Near the hurricane. Southern California, San Diego.
You were not affected, but Palm Springs,
Palm Spring, yeah, got the hit. Huh?
severe damage in Palm Springs. And I really don't have a question as such. I would like to say that as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to reduce the two factors, Kamachanda and Vyapada. And I have my understanding, if I don't know, like to break that Vyapada at the point of feeling, without allowing it to go to Tanha and Upadana. So I am working on that at the moment.
You need do more meditation to get yourself some equanimity or ubeka in order to be able to resist your cravings and your upadana.
That I am working on. And I think giving understanding and practicing the Dhamma, to see that all of the evidence went into the fact that there is no fixed entity.
It's very difficult to hear you, to understand what you're speaking. Maybe you have to speak closer to the microphone. Okay.
My aim in understanding, practicing the Dhamma, is to see that all of these, see the evidence, they point into the fact that there is no fixed entity in anything. What is there is just few changes all the time.
Everything is dukkha. Actually, everything is dukkha. So there's no need for you to go after them.
All the time it is changing. And all these things are, what the six senses are doing is creating images in the chitta. These images changes according to Vedana, Sanya, Sankara and Vijnana. So every time is a different personality according to those four. And they are like, say, in a movie theater, the images that hit on the screen, they are like that on the chitta. But the moment those images stop, for example, if the projector breaks down or something, then you tend to realize the reality that is just only the screen. But in the case of the chitta, we can't see the screen. We can't see the chitta as the screen. And because the chitta is the knowing, and the knowing cannot be seen because seeing itself is the knowing. So therefore, chitta is not an object, therefore we can't see the chitta.
You can by meditation.
Yeah, by
once you enter the fourth jhana, then you see the mind, the knowing.
You can see that at the coming up as above the chitta, where the above is brought about by Avijja. And then the other thing is, in a movie theater, when we are watching those things, we are engrossed in it as if it is real. The moment the doors and windows are open and light comes in, then you see the reality. Similarly, the chitta, those images that arise can be seen when the light comes in and when the darkness of Abhijato disappears. That's my understanding. And we may comment on that.
Okay. Anything else from your partner?
Yes.
Okay. You have to speak louder or closer to the screen.
I don't have any questions today, but I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay, fine. Thank you for coming in. I'll move on now, okay? All right. Go to Malaysia with Philip and Adeline.
Good evening, Ajahn. And glad to be listening. I don't have any questions. Do you have any?
No questions tonight.
No questions.
Okay. Go to Jonathan. Jonathan, our old member. Been away for a while.
Yes. Good evening, Ajahn.
Where are you now?
We moved to Bali,
Bali now. Okay.
Indonesia, and brought our daughter here and bought a house here and living here full time now.
Good.
Yeah, feels really good. We had so the last year I haven't been able to join because I was always finding myself taking care of my little one when the meetings were happening or trying to get some sleep whenever I could. But she's 1 year old now and is very happy, and it's been lovely to share the Dhamma with her in the ways that I can. And so she and I make offerings to the Buddha in the morning, and we have a picture of Lungta Mahabua and things on the altar, and she's loving that. So I don't have any questions. I just wanted to come and listen and say hi, and I can start to come to the meetings again. Excited about that.
You're still working online?
I have taken the whole year off, actually. Yeah. So have a lot more time to meditate and practice now too. So
you expect to travel around here or just settle down?
Well, we were traveling so much for a while that it's nice to be in one place for a little bit and start to build some community of people here. But we started to plan a trip probably towards the end of the year to Thailand. So hopefully be able to come and visit at that time and bring my daughter as well.
Okay. See you then. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Go to Fiona Charlotte from Indonesia.
Yeah, wonderful, Ajahn. But today I don't have a question. I wish Ajahn with quality and well. Thank you.
Thank you. Go to Toronto, Canada, with Piyao and Indira.
Good morning from Toronto, Than Ajahn. So nice to see you. We actually don't have questions, but just want to tell you something. Yesterday happened to be my birthday. So normally, like it's a busy day, people coming, but I took your advice. I just did nothing. And I just, did all spiritual activities and meditated and felt so good. So thank you so much for all your advice. Much metta to you.
You're welcome. And hope you eventually find the no birthday for you.
That's true. That's my plan. That's my plan.
Birthdays are not good because with birthday there's dying day or so.
Yes. All the sorrow started, all the dukkha. But at least we are so blessed. We found Dhamma, teachers like you, to guide us towards the path. And we are doing our best, at least not this birth, but in coming births, so that we will have Dhamma and we be able to progress in the path.
Maybe this is your last birth.
Would love to. That would be my lottery.
The Buddha guarantee you can do it in 7 days or 7 months or 7 years.
True. That's true. Trying hard with everything. Like I have my 92-year-old mother, so that's quite a bit of a challenge because she's very forgetful and I have to do like a lot of stuff for her. But I think I'm happy and content that I'm doing my best. Yes.
Good. Okay. What about you, Piyao? Any comment?
Yeah, no, the thing is, I was just somebody asked about a question of like how long to meditate breath. Now at the beginning stages too, I had a lot of issues sitting and not wanting to sit, or sometimes I get too lazy, and just so after a while you keep doing it for a while. I think the pleasantness of the meditation, sitting and just breathing, and the breath kind of disappears or whatever. At that point, your body becomes happy, pleasant. So I think that wants you to do more. I know it's a bit of a craving, subtle craving, but that's maybe a good desire or craving to sit, right? Is
good craving. True? It's good craving.
Yeah.
It's chanta viriya. It's for itibada.
So at the beginning, it's like a lot of rough spots, and then suddenly you hit some area where you become a bit smooth. You can sit and feel that pleasantness, even for a short time. It's the whole day. I feel like if I don't do it, I'm like not eaten, like have had not food or something. So
yes.
when it can,
it's mental food, food for the mind.
That's right. Mano Sanchi.
So yeah, only to know the difference you need to get to. So to maybe you hit that some area where you feel good, like pleasant, at least peaceful. So I'm not talking about jhanas. I just feel good,
Yeah, just a certain amount of calm. Maybe not fully calm, but
yeah.
It's enough to stir your interest and
to go back and
some
goal to go back and sit, and it's become faster. You don't have to go through those steps again. I wonder whether I'm faking myself. Sometimes I second guess, but I said no, like keep going. I don't have to maybe I'm finding a shortcut or maybe a speed. Sometimes I wonder whether am I imagining this?
No, the more you do, the more easier it becomes. The more proficient you will be. It's like driving. When you first learn how to drive, you find it very difficult having to do the steering wheel, the brakes, and so forth. But after you do it for a while, it becomes automatic.
You can drive with your eyes closed, not literally, but.
So don't get discouraged when you're first starting. You find it so hard, so difficult. But as you try to keep on doing it, it will become easier.
Yeah.
You might have to find some technique. If you cannot meditate, maybe you read some Dhamma books first, or listen to Dhamma talks to calm your mind down a little bit before you might be able to then recite the Bhutto, watch your breath. Eventually, that's the goal, is to be able to sit down and just watch your breath.
Yeah, I think the summer kind of helps. I sit outside, so like in front of some bamboo bush, so it's kind of very calming. But in the winter, obviously, you can't sit out, so I have my meditation room. So I switch back and forth. Both of us try to do a little bit of outside too. I think that helps to change the environment a bit, maybe.
It's up to each individual. Some people find it comfortable inside the house. Some people like to go outside. So this varies from each individual. It's not the same with everybody. Let's put it that way.
Everyone is different.
Yeah.
Nice. And when you get these pleasant sensations, do you kind of try to? You still have Vitaka Vichara, so you can make it the spread to the whole body, like a Buddha talks about a metaphor, like a bath powder, trying to, like a dough, like say, present day example is like making pizza, like a dough, just like spread it to the whole entire kind of the body. Just
but you don't spread it. You keep on focusing on your meditation object. If you use reciting Bhutto, just keep Bhutto.
Okay.
It is the Bhutto that will spread the thing all over your body. It's not something you can tell the feeling to go all over your body. Just keep reciting Bhutto or watch your breath, and try not to think about anything.
and the present sensation should last this way, right? It's keep you're not
As long as you
focusing on the
maintain-
sensation.
As long as you maintain your focus on your mantra or on your breath, you can continue on to appear. But as soon as you stop, then this thing will then stop. Like ringing the bell. If you keep hitting the bell, then you always get the sound, right? But as soon as you stop hitting the bell, then the sound will stop. Same way with the result from your meditation. It comes from your focus on your meditation object. So don't give up your meditation object unless your mind becomes totally still. Then you don't need your meditation object anymore. You'll know that for yourself.
Is it you're totally still meaning is like you are talking about somebody reaching a fourth jhana?
Yeah, in the fourth jhana.
Yeah.
Then you have equanimity. Calm.
Yeah, I think the metaphor Buddha talks about like a brightness, like a somebody covered with white cloth from head to toe. No place is kind of open, like a just brightness, pure equanimity of a state of calm.
This is something you cannot imagine. You have to do it. And sometimes reading about it can become a hindrance because you start to imagine, asking yourself, why I am now, which part?
Where is this white cloth?
Don't try to imagine or ask yourself.
I understand. Yeah.
Because you lose your focus and you won't get anywhere.
I realize that theory can be a hindrance to practice. I think the theory put it aside, more practice, and you can. But if you try to practice the theory, it's not going to happen. The practice, I think, is first important. Like theory can help you, guide you, like a map. But sometimes if too much theory can be too confusing.
Yes, when you practice, you forget about the theory. Just know what you have to do. But after you finish with your practice, you then can compare yourself
go back and
with the theory, whether you're going on the right path or not.
Right or the wrong. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ajahn. And please take care of yourself. Okay.
Thank you. I'll go to Brazil, Sao Paulo. Hi, Alfredo.
Hi, Bante.
Good to see you. How are you?
Good.
Maintaining,
very cold here.
Maintaining ubeka.
Yes.
Calm, stay calm. No angry, no anger.
No. My thinking. Remember things. Not so good. But it's okay.
Yeah, this is life. Things change from good to bad. Then from bad, it'll come back to good again. Just be optimistic. Or be realistic. And just take things as they come. You cannot have the same thing all the time. Things keep changing.
Yes.
Like the weather. Look at everything like the weather. And then you will have no dukkha.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The mental world is different, no, but the body world.
The body world.
The mental world is different. The mental world is no body world, no, but
yeah, it's two different worlds.
Yes.
Spiritual and physical world is two different worlds.
Yes. Spiritual, no things appear.
Just the imagination appears. The mind's creating things in the mind, in your mind. It's like dream world. The spiritual world is like a dream world. Sometimes you have good dreams and sometimes you have bad dreams. Good dreams we call heaven, bad dreams we call hell. And good dreams come from your good karma. Bad dreams come from your bad karma. So try to do only good karma, then you will always have good dreams in your spiritual world. Like when you go to sleep, you enter into the spiritual world. You leave the physical world temporarily. Then you start dreaming. Sometimes you have good dreams, sometimes you have bad dreams. This because sometimes you do good karma, sometimes you do bad karma. So this karma will then come and give you good or bad dreams. So you want to have good dreams, try to do good karma. Be a Santa Claus and you keep having good dreams all the time.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Okay.
All right. I'll go to Aparachita now. I haven't seen you for a while, couple of weeks now.
Yes, because I actually teach during that time. So then I couldn't make it. But then today and next week, I don't have teaching on here. Just yoga teaching. That's it.
I see. You have many students?
No, this is just a private, but otherwise, yes, I have students that I teach. But I always listen to the YouTube video later, and I always listen. Yes. So thank you very much.
All right. You have any question tonight?
A bit like you have mentioned many times about the fourth state of upekha. So my question to you would be, of course, there's no description, but as a practitioner, what can I just keep holding on to, like during my practice? So I head in that direction, like just the object of my breath, or if it's any body part, like should it just say whatever happens, just get rid of it and stay focused on that? Or
that's right. You stay focused on one object that you choose. Maybe a mantra, if you like to use a mantra, or if you want to use the breath, just stick with the breath and try to ignore everything that appears in your meditation. But you should also stay focused when you're not meditating. Like focus on your body. Keep watching your body, every movement of your body. Just like you're watching your breath when you meditate. When you're not meditating, when you're doing things with your body, stay focused on the body. Don't let your mind go elsewhere. Don't let it go think about some other thing. Then this will give you more mindfulness. And when you meditate, you find it easier to stay focused and calm your mind quicker and stay calm longer. It depends on how much mindfulness you have developed beforehand. If you don't practice mindfulness at all before your meditation, when you come meditate, you might find it very difficult to focus because your mind will be running all over the place, still restless and agitated. So you want to calm your mind to a certain level before you come and meditate by trying to reduce unnecessary thoughts. Don't think about things that you don't have to think. If you have to think, then focus on your thinking and finish the thinking and then stop thinking and then come back and continue with whatever you're doing with your body. Try to do one thing at a time, not multitasking. If you're doing something with your body, just stay with your body. If you want to think, then stop doing what you do with your body and then focus on what you want to think. And when you finish what you have to think, then you come back and do, continue to do with whatever you do with your body.
Okay.
And then when you have time, let's sit down, close your eyes and meditate. This you can do all day long, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep.
That is true, because I kind of thought one morning, like, okay, all through the day, I will try and remember as I walk through the day, and I realize how easy it is to just get off track. But that awareness of, I realize, yes. So it's through my day maintaining it, which helps.
Yes, it is something that we don't normally do. So when you're first starting doing it, you'll find it maybe quite difficult. It's like switching your hand. If you used to be right-handed and you have to use your left hand, you'll find it very difficult to do. But if you keep doing it, eventually you can become left-handed also.
That's true. Yes.
So meditating is something we're not used to do. Stop thinking is not something we used to do. We used to think all the time, from the time we get up to the time we go to sleep. And now we want to stop it. So you'll find it very difficult.
True. And even think in our dreams.
Yeah, but if you set it up as a goal for you to do, and then try to put in the effort, then you will eventually be able to do it.
Okay. I will put in the effort within these conditions, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
We'll go to Karis. Okay, Karis. Where are you from?
From Indonesia, but Ajahn.
Oh, you were here last Saturday, huh? With your
Yes,
mother?
last time I bring my mother to you. Now I'm in Medan, in my mother's house and my brother's house. I follow your instruction and I practice mindfulness. I think it is good. I can feel that it is better if I try to stay mindful from the morning. But today I want to ask another question, Ajahn. Because in Indonesia here we are doing a celebration, the Hungry Ghost Festival, the 15 days of the 7 months in the lunar calendar. And in this tradition, our relatives, my father, my mother, and my brother, many people here are very attached to this ceremony. And I heard from some speakers, some friends in Jakarta who can see the spirits. Some also say that at that moment, some of the ancestors really come, even they are not eating the food, they come and watch, and they feel happy that their relatives still remember them and give that pray and that offering of the food. That makes me wonder, because I also heard from another monk in Penang, in his Dhamma talk, say that it is impossible at that the Hungry Ghost Festival like that they believe that at this time the gate of the hell is open and all the ghosts have one permission to go back to the house, the relatives, for 1 day. They say it is impossible because if the ghosts or the spirits go out, maybe they don't want to come back home because they won't come back to the hell again because it's very suffering there. They said it is impossible. So I feel that there's two contradictions in this information. Maybe Ajahn would guide me which is the right one, and how should we practice, and how should we do with this tradition in our Chinese tradition. Thank you, Ajahn.
Well, it's just a ploy to encourage people to do charity, that's all. So you have to have some reason for people to do charity, or else they don't want to do charity. So they say, we have hungry ghosts coming out from hell to wait for your charitable, donation. So this is just all that. It's just a ploy. It's a technique of getting people to do charity. That's all. Because there's no gate in heaven. There's no one to lock them up or put them away. But hungry ghosts usually need the merit from charity that living people can share with them. So it doesn't happen on any certain day of the year. It happens happen any day, any time of the year. If a hungry ghost might come and visit you, maybe because that hungry ghost used to be your relative or friends, and find that you might be able to give them some merit from charity. So they come and visit you. To be sure, you should be able to communicate with them. If you cannot communicate with them, then you don't know whether they're here or not. So don't pay too much attention to this thing. Just keep doing the charity work, whatever and then dedicate this merit that you get from charity to the hungry ghosts, whoever they are.
If I am practicing Atasila from today, because I used to have this this habit, because it's difficult to choose the right day, because the Thai calendar and the Myanmar calendar is different for the first day and the 15th day. So I make it 3 days in a row. Before the 15th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, I try to practice Atasila at that moment. And I wish by my practice, then I dedicate my merit to all the relatives, my ancestors. It is also a correct way of practice, isn't it, Ajahn?
Well, normally when you dedicate merit, usually it's the merit you made with charity, not with your meditation practice or your keeping the sila.
Oh, I see.
So you have to do some donation or, do some charity work, and then you can share this merit. This merit happens. See what this merit is when you do some charity work, you feel good, and this feeling good is called merit, and you can share this feeling good of happiness and contentment to the hungry ghost who's hungry. So you can give them some contentment, some happiness.
Oh, I see. So that means I have to do some action with body or with my donation, like that, Ajahn.
Yeah, do some charity work.
Charity work. Okay. Understand, Ajahn. Thank you very much for the guidance. I will continue practice, and as I said, I will come there to practice maybe in at the end of September or October. I wish to practice there with Ajahn.
Okay, see you then.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn.
Go to Penang. Christine Koe, are you on the island or on the mainland?
Yes, good evening, Tanajan. I'm on the island.
In Georgetown or no?
Yes.
Georgetown, okay.
Yes, I'm in Georgetown. May you be well and happy. Tanajan, I face some like sometimes I feel sad or sometimes I have fear. Then I contemplate about death. I feel very peaceful because until the end we have nothing.
Nothing to worry about.
The
nothing
fear
to be sad. Nothing to be sad, because you don't have, you end up with nothing anyway.
Yes. So when I contemplate die, the death is coming anytime or soon. So about sickness or sad or fear, then it will really like okay, I can accept.
Good, but you have to be careful. Sometimes if you think of that and it makes you sad, then you shouldn't do it.
Oh no, I feel happy.
Okay, if you're happy, then you can do it. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Ajahn.
For some people, when they think of that, they become sad. So then they shouldn't do that. It's only used to stop your sadness or your worry. If you feel you worry about something, and you say, "Well, when I die, I won't have anything to worry about anyway." So if you can use that as a way of solving your sadness or your worry, then do it. But if you use it and then it causes you to feel worry or sad, then you shouldn't do it.
No, I feel happy because I can accept and take it easy and feel peaceful because I can accept it.
Good.
The sadness. Until the end, I have nothing. If I die, then I left nothing.
That's very good. And then you can use this to solve a lot of your worry and anxiety.
Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Kafai Lim from Malaysia.
Ajahn, I have one question today. It's about craving. So my understanding is if we have craving, does that mean that because we still have attachment and the mindfulness is not there on supposed to be contemplating that nothing is permanent, like craving for some food or something like that?
It depends whether it works or not. Sometimes if you're craving for food, maybe contemplation of the what you call the repulsive part of the food. You have to think about the food that is in your mouth, the food that you excrete from your body. Then when you think of the food like this, then you can stop your hunger. But if you think of the food and the plate, then you might get hungry. So you have to know how to look at the food in order for you to stop your hunger when it's not time for you to eat.
Yeah. Now I get it. Sometimes it's not about the desire, but we have to think of it as something like repulsive, so that we can have a clear mind that it is not about hunger, it's more like the desire to eat, even though it's not hungry.
To enjoy eating.
I get it. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Go to Willie from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajahn. Today I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay, Sri and Jack from Vancouver. You don't have to go do your study anymore.
Yeah, we can stay for the whole session.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything? Any question? Any comment?
Me? No, just thinking about the dependent originations. I wonder if Buddha found this first, or after like Buddha's enlightenment, then he found the dependent origination.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What's important is when will you find it. Don't worry about the Buddha.
True, yeah. But it does give us the map to work on the Sankara level.
Yeah. The point is, can you stop Sankara, stop Avijja? Actually, you have to stop ignorance by seeing everything as dukkha. See? When you see everything as dukkha, then you stop your Sankara for going after everything. But when you see everything is still good, make you happy, then you will want to go after them. See? So you have to see that everything in this world is dukkha because they are anicca, they are anatta. You can have it temporarily, but you want them permanently. Right? Every time you get something, you want to keep it permanently with you. But nothing in reality can you keep permanently with you. Sooner or later you will lose it. When you lose it, then you get dukkha. This is what you have to think to get rid of avijja. Avijja, or ignorance, will make you think that everything is good because you can have it forever and you can keep it with you forever. But you cannot keep anything with you forever. So this is the way to stop sankhara, stop vijnana, stop everything by seeing the three characteristics of existence. Every time you think something is good, then you are delusional.
Yeah.
Because everything that you think is good will change and will eventually be gone. When they change or when they're gone, then you become sad. So nothing really makes you permanently happy. Just makes you happy at the start, and then it start to change and then start to disappear. Then the happiness you get from them will disappear, and in place will be your sadness. So that's all you need to do. Just if you can contemplate on the three characteristic nature of everything that you are involved with, that you are in possession of, see them all as anicca, dukkha, anatta. But you cannot see them because you can still get pleasure from them. You can still enjoy them, see, when you have them. But you don't think of the time when you don't have them. If you get into that time, then it will be for you to be too late, because you will not be able to cope with having nothing, right? So you have to learn to live without nothing. Like at the start of the meeting tonight, I told Felicia, you should try to learn to be happy with nothing. Having nothing and being happy with nothing, this is the best way. Because whatever makes you happy can make you sad when they're not there for you. So try to learn to be happy with nothing, with emptiness, and that's meditation. See? Some meditation, samatha, and vipassana. Try to stop your mind from going after things to keep you happy. Try to go after nothing to make you happy. By meditating. When you're meditating, you don't have anything and you can be happy. Okay.
So that Ajahn, vipassana is kind of like tackle the avijja, and then meditation is tackle the sankhara. That's the two.
No, they both they tackle the avijja, but the one the samatha or samadhi do it temporarily, and you need wisdom to do it permanently.
Yes.
See, with samatha or samadhi, you use mindfulness to stop sankhara. And when sankhara stops, then you'll find peace and happiness inside yourself. But then you'll not be able to stay like this all the time. After your mindfulness weaken, then your sankhara start to work, and then start to go after things again. So you have to use wisdom to teach the mind that going after things will only cause you to have suffering, because everything that you go after will make you suffer, will make you sad one day, sooner or later, because they are not lasting, they are not permanent. And they're changing all the time also. And then once you can see that everything is dukkha, then you stop going after them. And when you stop going after things, then your mind becomes still again and peaceful and happy. This is vipassana. See dukkha in everything. See suffering in everything. In you and me, in your wife, your husband, your daughter, your money, your whatever that you think makes you happy, they are not really truly permanently make you happy. They're only temporary happiness. And one day they will be gone, and then you'll find sadness after that. Okay?
Yes.
But before you can go to vipassana, you have to go to samatha first. Because if you don't have samatha, then you don't know where to be happy, how to be happy with nothing. Once you know how to be happy with nothing, then you can give up everything that you used to rely on to make you happy. But right now you cannot give up everything that makes you happy, right? Because then you don't know how to be happy without nothing, with nothing. So you have to learn to meditate first, to calm your mind, to still your sankhara, to make yourself happy. Then you say, hey, I can be happy without having anything. Then you can go on and give up everything. But right now you cannot give up everything that you have, right? Because you cannot be homeless like me, live like a beggar like me. That's because you don't have happiness within yourself. But I can do it because I have happiness within myself. Okay. Don't worry about the dependent origination or when the Buddha knew it or not. Just find happiness within yourself. Once you're happy without having to have anything to make you happy, then you become enlightened.
What about the other way, Ajahn? Like if I feel relieved that I don't have to, like the course is over, I don't have to be with people anymore. I feel like relief. That's like that's the other way, right? It's like not wanting, right, Ajahn? Like not wanting to be with people and not, like that's the other craving, not wanting.
This is not wanting, it's just that you find a different way of making yourself happy. So happiness without having to have people to make you happy. But if you have to be close to people sometime, then you just stay close. You don't try to have any desire to be away from them. You have to be there with them. But you know nothing lasts forever. So when you can excuse yourself, distract yourself from people or things, then you do it. But you're not there because you cling to them or you depend on them to make you happy. Like I have to be here with you now, not because I want to or not want to, but it just happened. But I don't feel bad when I'm with you or when I'm not with you.
Well, hopefully
so it doesn't matter.
But I realize it after, like after I'm gone from people, I feel so much happier. I don't really I guess I didn't feel happy when I'm with people. Maybe I don't know why, but like it's like after the after the course, like oh no away from people, it's like oh I feel so relieved. So maybe it's I thought maybe I have like not wanting.
You have not wanting, vipava tanha, craving for.
When I'm with people, right? So that's also craving.
If you feel bad, then it's craving. But if you don't feel bad, then it's not craving.
Oh.
It depends on how your mind reacts.
It's more like a relief after you leave, like after you don't be with people. It feels like I feel the it's like a stone coming down. Feel like relief, like so I can get a like space for myself. This feels good when not with people.
When you're with people you don't like, then you feel bad. But if you're with people you like, you feel good. There are people the same, but just whether you like them or not. If you like them, you don't mind them, right? You can be with them. But if you don't like them, you can't stand it, then you don't want to be near them.
I don't feel that I don't like them. I just feel that when I feel the relief when I'm alone, I feel like, oh, it's so nice to be alone. I didn't realize that yeah, it's I don't feel that I don't like them. It's just yeah, I guess feel happy when I don't have to be with people, I guess. It's like, yeah, finally I can come back to the session and I have time to be here. I feel happy.
Yeah, because you're with people that you like, see, so you're happy.
Yeah, here, yeah, it's the people that I like. Yeah. I guess.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Because of Vince, another member who has been gone for a long time. How are you, Vince? Have you found your answer to your quest yet?
Yes. Thank you, Ajahn. I've been watching it through Facebook. Because recently I read your something about being happy. So today I thought I should ask you a question about that. And recently I sort of like negative feeling or unpleasant feeling. Because why? Because you can see that I feel that sensation of negative feelings. More sensation of feelings. When the feelings comes, you get stronger, then you go away. You will come in, then you speak, and then you go away. Speak and go away. So I thought of, because I used to avoid negative feeling, but right now I sort of enjoy negative feelings because I can see it come and go. So my question is, sensation of feelings. Isn't sensation of feelings at the heart level will be good enough? And since I enjoy this part of it so much that I find sitting meditation no longer seems necessary because I can sense in my heart, hey, the feeling comes and then you take and you just go. And so my thoughts about it is like, hey, am I going the wrong way? Because it seems like initially I avoid all negative feelings, but right now I enjoy negative feelings that comes to me. Then I can kick away some strong habits in me.
Well, you should be able to be happy with all types of feeling. Good feeling,
yes,
bad feeling, or neutral feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You can take them all without having to have any selection or discrimination. You take them all, good feeling, bad feeling, or neutral feeling. That's the goal of practice. To rise above to have no reaction toward them. Just let them come and let them be.
Is sensation of feelings, whether pleasant or unpleasant at the heart level, is sufficient for us to take away bad habits and purify the mind? Will it be sufficient?
Well, you find out for yourself. You have to do it. Whether you can get rid of all your greed, hate, and delusion or not.
Okay. Because right now, I think I only can detect negative feelings easier, but pleasant feelings hard to detect.
Normally, people are attracted to pleasant feeling and have aversion for bad feeling. So you want to stop this attraction and aversion in yourself and try to be just neutral. Just have equanimity. That's what you need to have.
Okay.
Not to react either way, either positively or negatively.
Yeah, the reason why I can't detect pleasant feelings because I think pleasant feelings are sometimes very subtle. You can't detect at all. Yeah.
Don't worry about the feeling. Worry about your reactions, how you react
Okay,
to them.
Mhm.
If you
Yeah,
don't react,
that's
then
why
that's good. If you react, then it's not good.
once you watch them, they start to peak and start to go away. You sort of back to your calmness again. So I sort of like it very much.
Yeah.
We see come and go.
Just stop your reaction. That's the goal of the practice.
Okay.
Good or bad, let them come and go, but don't react to them.
Understand. Okay.
People say nice thing, don't react. People say bad thing, don't react. Just let them say whatever they want to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me try out more. I'll come back.
Okay. Good. Next, we have Peppa. Peppa, mommy. Hi, Peppa. What are you doing? It's late for you to be up. Okay, you can speak now, Peppa.
Maybe itching now. I want to know if can you see? I know it's not too bright.
Let me see first. Okay, you're writing in Thai.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you get it from? From my book?
Yeah, from Ajahn book.
Okay, good. You understand what you write?
No, but
Yeah.
she just like I just told her that if you like concentrate on her writing, so it can like have
Samadhi,
good
mindfulness.
Yeah.
Good. It's good practice. Good practice, mindfulness practice. Because you have to concentrate, you have to focus.
Yeah.
You feel good after finish writing?
If you look up and finish writing.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do more writing.
Okay.
Okay, good. When you feel bad, just come and write more things. Then you can get rid of your bad feelings.
Mommy.
Yeah.
There's an ant.
Why? What you want to get about?
Okay, anything else?
Like do Hluang Ta remember like I angry my friends and then I forgive them already.
Good. Try to forgive everybody who makes you angry, okay? It's not good to be angry because you hurt yourself when you're angry.
Yeah, it takes time to make me feel better.
You can use Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. When you don't feel better, just repeat Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Okay?
Okay. And Ajahn, I have something to tell you that I told you that I will have a like medicine, like Tao medicine, like in decrease the dose of medicine, and now it's passed already. And almost 7 days after decrease the medicine, like decrease the dose of medicine, I feel a little bit like I got a little bit symptom from that, but I can pass it. Sometimes I got migraine not too painful, but I use Rai Sarana Thom Putang Saranang Khachami. I keep like Pavana and I just like feel like it just pain and it will go away. Like I just not concentrate a lot on my pain, so I can pass it. And I told my doctor that she was wondering why I look like too different from the last time that she met, like 1 month ago. And I told her that I use mindfulness to to say
Dhamma medicine. Dhamma medicine. Tell her that you have found Dhamma medicine.
Yeah. And we
yeah, I can stop using the medicine.
To wait next year. Try to stop right now.
I have three kind of medicine now, like three types. So just one now, so we have two left.
Okay. I hope you succeed.
Thank you a lot, Prajna. I keep practicing to obey you. Thank you for your teaching.
And like when like I like wake up and then my mom wake up, my mom always say, I wanna still sleep.
So no more for today, Prajna.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Have good sleep. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll go to Belinda in Singapore.
Good evening, Ajahn. Ajahn, this week somebody asked me for advice. This person has a sibling, brother, who is just released from the prison. This person has long records of substance abuse, and the siblings also have he borrowed money and all. So this person asked, is feeling bad whether to help. So I thought that I should ask Ajahn, like, if we encounter people like this, then how much balance to compassion and not helping or helping. So when we face people with such and their relatives and their siblings, how do we? So somebody asked me for advice. I give my advice, but I thought I should ask Ajahn, like, how best to help or not help for situations like this.
Well, you can help people when they're in need of the basic necessity of life, like food or clothing. But if you help them other way, you're not really helping them. So if they're in debt and they want you to help you pay their debt, then this is not helping them, because then they will have. Then once they clear the debt, then they'll start to have new debt again. So they have to pay their own debt, But if they don't have food, then maybe yes, you can buy them some food. If they don't have clothing, you give them some clothing. The basic necessity of life, you can help that. Another thing, I think you have to be very careful, because you're not really helping them. You just prolong their bad habit, or help to continue with their bad habit. And you also have to see how much you can help also. If you cannot help, then you just have to use ubekkha, equanimity. But if you can help, yes, it's good to help. This is loving kindness, metta. But you have to use it properly, so that it benefit both yourself and the person that you help. You don't want to hurt yourself when you're helping other people, and you don't want to hurt other people when you help them either. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn. Ajahn, I think I've also advised along the same line. Like we help, some things we help, but you may not be really helping, like paying off the debts, which is could be bottomless. And then we can help things that are essential.
Or
like
give them money. Give them money to buy abuse substance. You don't want to do that.
And also, if they stay in a place they have a habit to steal, then it's also quite difficult to harming themselves as well. Yes. So then, but you help, like Ajahn say, essential things like food, clothing. These are the essential we could best help Yes. And not feed them with more money.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. Sulan, you just turn off your video. Sulan, you want to come in? She's gone. Back. Okay, turn on your microphone. Sulan, can you hear me? Cannot hear you. You have to turn on your microphone yet. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hello, Ajahn. Nice to see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you driving?
Oh, I'm not driving, but my husband is.
Oh,
Yeah, so I just sit next to him. Yeah.
okay. Any question?
I want to listen into tonight's session. Yeah.
Okay, no
Then
question.
yeah, when I think of one, then I'll ask later.
Okay, fine.
Yes. You
I
Ajahn.
think we can now go to question from Facebook and YouTube. Joe?
We have 8 questions this evening. The first question is from the assistant email account. The question is from Charles from New York. What is the karmic consequences if we indulge in feelings of anger mentally, but don't verbally or physically direct any anger at others? What kind of karmic consequence would it lead to in a future human birth?
You will continue to be like this as you are now. You will continue to be angry with other people, but you don't show your anger by verbally or physically. It's just part of your life, part of your habit. You know, if you want to change, you have to change it now. Stop this anger by having made loving kindness, forgiveness. Don't get angry at people. Don't expect things from them, then you won't get angry. Usually, when you expect something from people and you cannot get it, then you get angry. But if you don't change, you will continue to be like this forever.
The next question is, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The next question is from Tae Eng Hua. Ajahn, what is the nature of suffering and how can it be overcome?
Suffering is when you're mentally not happy. This is called suffering, dukkha. And the cause of your mental suffering is your defilement of greed, hate, and delusion. So you have to stop being greedy. You have to stop hating, and you have to know what is the true nature of things. You have to know that everything in this world is temporary, and that if you rely on them to make you happy, you can become unhappy when they no longer be available for you.
The next question is from Aun. Hi, Ajahn. I'm Bun An from Penang, Malaysia. My question is, when I use Putto, Putto, Putto or Anapanasati method, why suddenly when pain and numbness arises after a few hours of sitting without moving, my mindfulness automatically can't overcome the pain or burn feeling from my nerves? Does this mean my parami is not enough to keep the mind still? And what must I do when this phenomena arises to improve my sitting meditation?
Well, you can switch to a mantra. If you're not using a mantra, switch to a mantra, Bhutto, 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 or do some chanting. Because your mindfulness at that point has become weakened, not be able to withstand the pain of the body. So you have to raise your level of mindfulness by either do some chanting or reciting a mantra. And don't pay attention to the painful feeling that arises at that time.
So Aun continues further that my strength is not enough to fight my delusion. Then I stand up to change to walking meditation. Is this correct or incorrect for improvement in practice? Hope Ajahn will give advice to improve my meditation.
Well, if you want to advance, you have to continue sitting and not retreat from this painful feeling. You want to be able to cope or learn to live with this painful feeling by calming your mind with more mindfulness. If you get up, it means you retreat from the painful feeling. So you will always come, every time you meditate, when you come to face this painful feeling, you will not be able to go through it. So you want to go through painful feeling, then you have to use your mindfulness, concentration.
That's the next question from Aun. Another question is, when I go to one of the Malaysian forest monastery temple to practice, the Ajahn gave permission for me to go to the dark cave to practice far from the temple. I stayed lonely at dark cave already a few times, but nothing happened. A few weeks ago, the Ajahn also tell me to go practice at the dark cave together with one of my friends who followed me to the temple. But suddenly at early morning around 3 a.m., when I was sleeping, suddenly I felt like I'm in the Chinese cemetery area and saw many ghost realm. Then I feel a little scared and sleeping, but automatically wake up to see that the time is about 3 a.m. in the morning. I started to meditate again, and after meditation, I transfer merits inside my sleeping tent. Then I slept back till morning without any issue. My question is, can meditation merit transfer for unseen being, or this is just my own delusion mind when I sleep in the dark cave on that day? Can Ajahn please give me some advice? Thank you.
It's probably your own delusional imagination, because if they are real ghosts, you should be able to communicate with them.
The next question is from Lisa Tan. She has 3 questions. The first question is, good evening, Ajahn. When we lose a great teacher someday, should we look for another teacher, or we just need to practice based on what we have learned?
Well, it's up to you. If you can teach yourself, then you don't need another teacher. But if you're stuck and you don't know how to go advance, then you need to find somebody who can help you with your practice.
The second question is, what are the criteria of a good teacher according to the Buddha?
Someone who can teach you to become enlightened, I guess. That's the criteria.
And the last question from Lisan is, did the Buddha teach any tradition which supports to the development of dana, sila, samadhi, and panya, which is good? Did the Buddha discourage or forbid any tradition which supports silapatta paramasa, or indulging in getting worldly pleasures?
The Buddha did not forbid, but he recommended that this thing are suffering and are not good for you. If you don't want to suffer, then you should not involve in these practices. You should practice the dana, sila, samadhi, and panya.
The next question is from Metta Vandana. Good morning, Ajahn. I was thinking, if an arahant ever cry, can you please let me know? May Ajahn be well and healthy.
Well, Lungta Mahabua cried one time when he gave a sermon, when he felt very moved by the power of the Buddha's teaching. So he became so moved that he cried. But this is not a cry out of suffering, but a cry out of appreciation of the profound power of the Buddha's teaching that can help clear his delusion from himself. So he cried. So it's not the cry of suffering, cry because you lose somebody or you feel painful or anything like that.
The last 2 questions are from Sulan. Dear Ajahn, happy to see you tonight. Asking my question via Facebook here as my sound quality probably will not be good. I heard of protecting sampajana with our life. What is your view and what does it mean, Sadhu?
Sampajana means continual mindfulness. So you want to have mindfulness because if you have continuous mindfulness, you can protect your mind from suffering. So it's better to protect your mind from suffering than protect your body. Because your body, you cannot protect them forever. One day, sooner or later, it has to die, regardless of what you have or what you do. You cannot stop death, but you can stop the mind from suffering if you have continuous mindfulness.
And the last question for this evening is also from Sulan. Dear Ajahn, I also would like to ask you how to deal with doubts on our own ability to accomplish things. Sadhu.
Well, you just have to do more meditation. If you can advance in your meditation practice, then you can dispel a lot of doubt in yourself. Okay.
That is all, okay.
Yeah, we have some more time left, about 15. So somebody if you like to ask questions, just raise your hand and unmute your microphone. Okay. Melinda, you're first to ask.
Ajahn, I've been observing my breath as it is, and the breath has very often very shallow whenever I pay attention to here. So then I'm able to observe. After some time, because this breath is very shallow, I feel tired.
Yeah.
And I'm aware that it's a feeling of tiredness.
When you do this, when you meditate, or just when you're just not meditating?
When I meditate, when I put the attention to the breath on the tip of the nostril here, the breathing becomes very shallow. I would observe it as it is. Sometimes I'm okay, but sometimes just now I did a half an hour, and thereafter I feel tired. So tiredness can be various reasons. So, but I think it could be because it's lack of oxygen. So maybe, how should I go about like that, Ajahn?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a lack of oxygen. I think it's more of your defilement cause for you to become tired. Or maybe your body is physically tired. This is also possible. So if you're tired, then you just have to rest, I guess.
Yes, I feel I'm beginning to know what kind of tired is really from the body, and what kind of tired is just kilesa, that I don't want to face the kilesa. It becoming, I can see that, getting to know the body and the mind. I just wonder if his body is tired, or his hormone or things like that. Maybe I should do more yoga or exercise, going out to ramp up the stamina. Would that help, Ajahn?
I don't know. I don't have to do anything. I don't.
So then maybe I have to try.
Just be normal. Just live normally. You don't have to do anything. Just have enough proper exercise, proper resting, proper food. That's all you need. You don't need anything special, really.
Yeah, I've learned some yoga yoga techniques that I find it helpful.
Okay, if it's
so
helpful
maybe
to
just
you, could do it.
And also doing Tai Chi, I find that when I move, paying attention to the movement, it helps me away from thinking, and then I go back to my meditation. So Ajahn, I just have to explore and find what's the best way to ramp up the energy also, right, Ajahn? If I'm just sleepy, I do just sleep too. It does help too.
The Buddha said the way to To get energy is to do a lot of walking meditation. Just do a lot of walking meditation, 2-3 hours, and you get a lot of energy.
If I can do a brisk walk outside, it's all right. I'm just like doing my best not to let the mind wander. Will that help also?
Well, that's the goal, is to keep your mind still. See? That's the goal of the practice. If the mind becomes still, then you become very alert. You become very strong. You won't feel weak or restless.
So one more question, Ajahn. Sometimes I know somebody else's kilesa is active. And then sometimes because I care about the relationship, I care to explain and all. And then, I find that I get entangled inside. And then I pick up angry feeling, like I understand, like we want to be slave and some discourse. But there are times where, so the Ajahn to advise, I think when I say care and wanted to explain, it's probably attachment and all defilement that they're wanting to explain to. So when I feel somebody is being rude to me or and there's an ego maybe I want to answer to, at that point, what may be the best technique, Ajahn? Could be metta or I should just
let it be, don't react.
I do a mantra to myself, then so that I walk away.
Walk away, just just don't bother.
There's this mental thing that I say, hey, this person doesn't respect me, I should stay away. Or I feel inferior, I feel like, So I said, maybe I shouldn't mix with this person because the person is not helping me confidence and things like that. I should stay away from the person. So there's a lot of mental chatter. So Tanja, if we face sometimes, like some people we cannot just avoid, to be family members and things like that. So when we encounter this, do we do our best with metta?
Yes, when you encounter people, you should use metta. Use kindness. Use love. Loving kindness, if you can. If you cannot, then maybe you should distract yourself from them.
Okay.
Extract yourself, not distract. Extract yourself. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tanja.
Okay. Karis, you have a question?
Thank you, Ajahn. Yeah, actually, my question almost the same as Belinda's question earlier. I feel is that attachment or Silabata Paramasa that I have this concept of as a Chinese people, we need to be filial to our mother, especially and when she was alone and a lot of, in my point of view, she has a lot of suffering. But whenever I ask her to come with me to Jakarta, live with me, she's always refused, and they feel like living here is quite well enough. Yes, my brother is taking care of him very well, but she has a bad relationship with my sister-in-law. So in my opinion, I feel like an urge to help them to build up, correct this relationship to be better. But I'm afraid also my capacity is not good enough. I feel that this kind of dissatisfaction in myself, is it only my own kilesa, my own attachment, or because of the concept of want to make my mother happy and the filial like that? This is also like a hindrance to my practice, because actually I can go practice longer if I don't care about these things. So, please, Hanachanda, maybe help me with how to deal with this kind of situation.
Well, you have to find out what your mother wants to do, what she wants, and try to see if you can do what she wants or not. That's all. And if you can do something for her, if that's what she wants, do it. If you cannot do it, then you just can't do it. That's all. Just accept the truth.
Mhm. So have to see or her point of view, what she wants, not my
That's
point
right.
of view.
Ask her what she wants. Yeah. And then if you can do it, that for her, do it. If you cannot do it, then say, sorry, you cannot do it.
Okay. Okay, Ajahn, thank you very much, because it become a very unpleasant feeling inside. I feel like I'm not a filial son like that.
No, you are, by offering your help, asking her what you can help her with.
Okay.
But if something she asks you, you cannot do it, then you say I cannot do it. So,
Okay, thank.
okay.
Okay,
We'll go
thank
to
you, Ajahn.
we'll go to Indra first. Okay, Indra. Unmute your microphone.
Ajahn, I have a question. Now, are mental karma the worst than bodily karma or verbal karma? Because now when somebody is angry, I was just listening to these questions and I was thinking, now when somebody is angry, you could verbally attack somebody or you can bodily, do something. But even if you restrain those two inside, like if you're always angry and sort of think all bad thoughts about those people, aren't bodily karma the worst? Like you make more bad karma by mentally being that way? Because Buddha said in one sutta, I have read, I don't know, I just wanted to check with you.
Well, if you haven't done any verbal or physical karma yet, then there's no no karmic consequence to cause you to be born in the four undesirable realms of existence.
Okay, so if you keep thinking angry thoughts about those people mentally, like isn't that also causing karma?
No, because you're not hurting them. See? You're only hurting yourself.
Okay.
So it's not considered breaking any precept. You're not breaking any precept by keeping your anger inside. But it means that you will continue to have this anger with you wherever you go.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Which you can stop it by practicing mindfulness and loving kindness. Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted to know that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajahn.
All right. Go to Kunjup again. Kunjup.
Yes, we have two questions that came in. The first question is from Thean. Good evening, Ajahn. Could Ajahn give insight on schizophrenia illness and advice? Satu.
I'm sorry, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't study this, so it's not my field to give any. But I think generally speaking, they are all mental illness, and all mental illness arises from the lacking of mindfulness.
The next question is from Phuen Phe Phum. I'm afraid to use panya to teach the mind while I'm not able to attain any stage of jhana. I'm afraid of thinking about Dhamma will be a hindrance to the practice. Can you please give me an advice on that?
Why should you be afraid of wisdom? Wisdom is good to calm your mind down. If you can use wisdom, sometimes you can cause your mind to become calm and enter jhana also. So I don't think you should be afraid of using wisdom.
That's it, Ka.
That's it. Okay, that's about it for tonight. Unless somebody else have any more urgent question to ask. If not, we'll call this a close for the meeting today. Thank you for your participation. I hope you enjoy this talk and maybe benefit from it and help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay happy, stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Thank you, admin. Thank you, admin.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.